Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we are going to be showing you how to tune up, and then we're just going to be showing you a couple features of this Husqvarna 525L trimmer. So you can see there it is. So we're just going to be walking you through the yearly tune-up that I like to do on machines like this, just to keep everything running smooth and to keep your machine lasting as long as humanly possible. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace or clean the air filters. So we're just going to remove the cover, and you can see here this has a dual filter in it. So you want to take out this filter, and then you want to take out this filter right here, and either replace them or wash them with soapy water. I like to put Dawn and hot water, kind of scrub them up, rinse them out thoroughly, and then let them dry on a windowsill overnight before you put them back in. So then we would reinstall this one just like this, and then this one goes in just like that, and we just put our housing back on, tighten this nut down. Okay, so there's our air filter change. And it's good to, periodically spot check the air filter, especially if you're working in like really dusty areas. They could get dirty pretty quick. So then the next thing I like to do is replace the spark plug. So to do that, we're just going to take a little screwdriver and just pry up this little flap if it's not already hanging. And then I like to take a screwdriver and just get down in there and pry up the base of this cap, and there's a little spring in there that you could see right in there, and then that exposes our spark plug. Okay, and then to remove the spark plug, we're going to be using a 3/4 inch socket, a deep socket with a ratchet attached. And to loosen it, we're going to be going this way. And then once you kind of get it a little bit loose, you can just take the rest out by hand, loosen it the rest of the way by hand. And then you want to inspect, change your spark plug. If it's fouled up, really dirty, you can see this is in great shape. So then we're just going to put our new one back in. And just hand tighten it for now, and then take our socket and just tighten it down the rest of the way. And I don't like to over tighten these because you could strip them out, you could break the plug. I mean, you could do a whole bunch of different things if you over tighten it. Okay, so there's our installed plug, and then we're just going to put our cap back over just like that, and then just kind of seat it down in there just like that. Show you what that looks like. Okay, and then the last thing I generally like to do is remove this the gas cap, take that right out, and then if you look in here, you're going to see a fuel line. See if I could show it on camera, if it'll pick it up. But there's a black fuel line in there. You could kind of just see it right there. So what I like to do, take a coat hanger and just clip it, and then form a tight little hook, or any sort of rigid wire will work, and then get it down in there and hook it around that hose. And then pull your filter out. It might take a minute. So you can see I have the hose now. and then just pull your fuel filter straight out. And I like to replace these fuel filters. They could also get pretty gunked up. So you can see this is a little bit different. Sometimes they don't have this little clamp on it. So you could just take a pair of needle nose, or you could do it with your hands too, and just kind of bring that clamp down. Don't let it fall all the way down into the tank, or it'll be a pain to get it back up. Okay, so there's our little clamp, and then just take your small screwdriver and just pry off the line. And you want to be careful, like I said, that you don't kind of get that clamp down in there. Okay, so we would replace this, and we would just put our new one back on like so, and just make sure that this is seated all the way up against the base of the filter. You just kind of push it like that, and it will go on. And then another thing you could do, you could remove this air box cover and inspect your fuel lines. Make sure they're not cracked, dry rotted, because your machine won't run if that's the case. Okay, so we're just going to get this all the way down there, right against the base, or as far as we can. And you can see it is going. And then we're just going to take our clamp and we're just going to fit it over that nozzle so it doesn't come off, and then just push it back in. Just drop it back down in the tank, and then we can put our cap back on. Okay. So that is what I like to do for my yearly tune-up. And then we'll quickly go over the starting sequence real quick for you guys. So to start it cold, we would push our priming bulb about 5, 6 times, load the carburetor up with fuel, and then we're gonna pull this choke up. So our choke is up, and then we would pull our cord 5, 6 times until it kind of starts, and then it'll probably most likely stall right back out. But then after that, we would just push this down, and then I like to just push this in, pull your trigger, and then pull it until it starts and runs, and then just let it warm up. Don't give it too much gas, don't rev it out too high while it's cold. Let it warm up like that for, you know, a few minutes, and then after it's warm, then you could go ahead and use it. And then, you know, to operate the trigger, you can't just press it, you have to press down on here and then press your trigger to activate it. And then when you want to turn the machine off, you would just slide this up until the engine stalls out. And yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up everything on this Husqvarna 525L as far as the basic tune-up. I do have a video up on how to change out the carburetor on this machine, so I'll put a link to that right there. So be sure to check that link out. That'll take you to the video on exactly how to, you know, swap out all the fuel lines, change the carburetor. So if your machine is running rough and the tune-up doesn't fix it, the next step is probably to swap the carburetor out with a new one. And also, guys, this machine takes a 50-to-1 fuel mix. So that's a 50-to-1 fuel to oil mix. You can buy pre-mixed fuel for that. So that's the type of fuel that you would use for this. And yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up this video. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to reach out in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out all of my other tool and DIY videos. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.